All right, we are back for the third consecutive week in a row drafting some more best ball teams. Let's just hop into one here. Probably be a little queue. I think we're just going to hop into the puppy tournament today. 20-second timer will do. And we will go from there. If you are new, please drop a like on the stream. We will be streaming at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, maybe more as it gets closer to the start of the season. If you are new to Bestball or Underdog, basically you are taking a bunch of different teams and putting them in a huge pool. So the puppy tournament, it's $5 per entry. There's 225,000 people that will end up being in the tournament. $100,000 to first place, $1 million in prizes. You can see all the different prizes on the screen here. Week 17 is the championship, so goal is to make it to that week by advancing through each of these rounds. It is half PPR, and here are your starters. If you do want to sign up and you will get a bonus match of up to $1,000 if you use my promo code NolanK25. I'll try to leave it in the comments after the live stream ends, just so you guys have it. I think the minimum deposit is $10, but you can hop into $3 drafts, $5 drafts, all the way up to I think $500 drafts currently. And again, if you are new, hit the like button. It definitely helps the channel grow. We will be streaming basically every day for the next however many weeks leading up to the season. All right, looks like we are in at the 6th pick. And the 6th pick is kind of perfect. If you're here for a previous couple streams, I did mention that the top 6 is kind of where I want to be, because it guarantees you get one of the 6 guys. I feel like after the 6th, there's a kind of a big drop off. So I love being in the range where, 1 through 6, wherever that falls, that's kind of where I like to be. And you're kind of in the middle of the draft as well. Makes it so that you don't miss out on huge runs. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this after, if you like the camera, where you like the camera. So we're gonna go Gibbs here. And I think he's kind of the last of that tier. So with getting Gibbs out of the gate, it kind of shores up running back, and then you can kind of tap wide receivers in the second and third round. But I mean, unbelievable season last year, and an incredible ceiling too in the Lions offense, even with a new coordinator. And after we take Gibbs, Puka, Nico Collins, and then Ashton Genty goes. So I feel like Ashton Genty has been sliding down draft boards. I have yet to see him in the second round, but I feel like that could be coming. So have to wait and see on that one. And like I said, hope to get one of these wide receivers on the comeback here. I'd love Brown or McConkey, whichever one falls to us here. I feel like that's going to be a popular stack. And they both go. We could double up on running backs here. I also have yet to take Trey McBride. I think we're going to go Achane here and just double up on the running backs and just see how it turns out. I wouldn't recommend it, but again, it's a $5 draft. And you can kind of play around with things, and who knows, if they both hit, it's a smash. And if not, it's $5. I also think I've yet to take Trey McBride, who was an interesting player. I'll definitely have to dive into him on the positional rankings. I am planning on putting out kind of tiers of each position, so I don't know if I'm going to do that in a video form or just live stream it, because it gets saved as a video afterwards anyway. So let me know if you which way you'd like better. Hoping to help you out on your fantasy drafts, and more specifically the Bestball format, which we are playing majority of the time. It looks like all those wide receivers kind of got gobbled up, and I'm either going to go Rice or okay. I don't think I have any Rashee Rice yet the entire season. And yeah, I think he could go crazy, or could completely fall on his face. So I definitely want to target. I could even do the crazy stack here with Worthy if he makes it back, and then just hope we can get Mahomes at some point. Mahomes' ADP is freaking crazy. What's his ADP? 83. See, I think that Patrick Mahomes could be a huge steal in 2025 best ball drafts. ADP of 83. And in 2021 and 2022, he basically had wide receiver 1 seasons. In 2022, he I think was the wide receiver 1. He had 428 points in this format, and you're getting him in the 6th to 7th round of best ball drafts. If you go and pair him up with Xavier Worthy or Rashee Rice, who we selected, it could be a smash pick. All right, so all those guys get taken. Think we're going to go another wide receiver here. I guess we go Travis Hunter. We hope that he has an incredible rookie season where he's being drafted in the first or second round next year. And again, we're drafting this team with an intention of winning $100,000 and winning first place. So going with the crazy upside picks in these formats, I don't know if it's necessarily the best way to play, but it can be a smart way to play. And if we could have any of these wide receivers fall to us, I think it'd be sitting really pretty, but I highly doubt that happens. Getting over a little bit of a cold, so bear with me if I don't sound the greatest. Okay, so Williams and Metcalf go. You got 67, 78 coming up. So gonna have to keep Mahomes in our queue and be ready. So he goes George Pickens. We're gonna go Calvin Ridley here. And just hope him and Cam Ward can link up. And also in this format, I don't necessarily care too much about the bye weeks. I mean, I don't want, 4 wide receivers with the same bye, but I also don't think it really matters because, okay, if 1 week you have a down week because some of your guys were on bye, fine. I want the best players and the players with the most points at the end of the season. Because I don't set the lineup. So it'll put in lineup whoever is the best. And okay, so the team at, let me see. So this purple team, that guy who games has Worthy. So if he passes Mahomes up with this pick, the 64th pick here, I don't know if we just take him then. And he just took Burrow. So I feel like he's definitely not actually taking Mahomes here. I'm going to push my luck and hope he falls to me. Okay, so Odunze goes right in front of us. I think I like Jerry Jeudy ahead of Godwin. See how that works out in the future. But if he has Joe Flacco throwing to him, I think he could have a fine season. But you never know. And I'm really hoping Mahomes does fall to us. I don't know if he will. And I'm a little nervous now that he's not gonna. If you ever do want to hop in to one of these with us, be sure to be here for the live stream. Most weekdays it'll be around 7 o'clock, 7:30 that I start. I try to put up a preview for it, but don't get to it every time. So just be on the lookout for that in the future. All right, this guy already has a quarterback. I think we're going to reach if he makes it here on Mahomes at this pick. So it'll be our 7th pick. Okay, so he goes Diggs. We're going to take Mahomes here to pair up with Rashee Rice and hope that duo goes crazy. So we got 4 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and then Mahomes. Definitely need to catch up on running backs now and tight end. I mean, tight end is not a huge concern or worry, but could also stack Kelsey with this team too. I think if the Kansas City defense struggles at all this season, and Mahomes and the Chiefs have to either throw more, run more, or just overall score more, Patrick Mahomes and then the stacks could be super successful in all these best ball tournaments. So Mahomes with Kelsey, Mahomes with Rashee Rice, Mahomes with Xavier Worthy, any of those stacks could pan out pretty well. Running back does get a little bit thin. I think we're going to hammer wide receiver again here just because we can. And I'm going to go Emeka Abuga. I don't have much confidence in 1 or 2 guys getting the majority of the target share in Chicago. There's just too many mouths to feed in Chicago, and that's why I'll pass on Luther Burden. All right, Cam Scattaboo goes here. Definitely need to target some running backs now that I did kind of go heavy on wide receivers. So running backs and tight ends kind of if they fall to me. Travis Kelce goes 3 picks before us, which is sad. But I think I'm going to go Jordan Mason here. Don't have too much of him. So could possibly get some goal line work behind who's there now, and I can't think of his name. Not Kamara. Jeez. This is sad. Behind... Oh my gosh. Why can I? Aaron Jones. Jesus. So behind Aaron Jones. And you never know. Jones is getting older for a running back. Could possibly take over some more carries from him and have a fine season. Mark Andrews goes here. I am a little bit worried about a tight end because there's just not a whole bunch of great ones. Trey Harris, rookie here, is also slipping a little bit in this draft. Not sure the exact reason for that. Also could take Jared Goff to stack him with Gibbs. No, it's not a wide receiver quarterback stack, but it's still a decent stack. All right, so Shaheed goes. Debating whether I go Ingram or Loveland. I think I'm going to go Evan Ingram. Tight end in Denver. And Bo Nix really only has Cortland Sutton. And then on the way back, we'll either tap wide receiver again or go running back. Or if someone falls to us. I do like Drake May. I do like Justin Herbert this season. Trevor Lawrence at 139, if he makes it, would be nice. We'll see if he makes it. Because I'm sure the Brian Thomas Jr. team will be all over him. All right, Drake May goes a pick before us. I think we're going to go Hollywood Brown. We'll stack up Mahomes and then Rice and Brown. I think that's probably the most I can do there. I don't want to go crazy with the stacks. Just don't want too many guys in the same offense. Because there's only so much that can go around. And we'll see if Lawrence makes it back to us. If not, we'll just have to pivot. If you guys don't already know, I am a huge Penn State fan, so I probably will have a heck of a lot of Tyler Warren and Theo Johnson. Just love them as players, so probably have a bunch of them on these best ball teams. I am planning on doing a full review of my shares for each players or for each player at some point towards the end of the season. So we'll get that going at some point soon. or some point towards the end of the season, I should say. So I think Lawrence is going to fall into our lap. Yes, he does. So we'll take Lawrence, and we stack him with Travis Hunter. And I think I'm going to go with two quarterbacks. Definitely have to hit running back here with the next pick, and need some help at tight end. So it looks like it'll be a two quarterback team here. Again, thank you all for watching. If you are watching later after this as a video and video form, comment down below, ask me some questions. Like the video, like the stream, definitely helps out. Also, I will put again my code down in the comments to sign up for Underdog. You do receive, I think, 50% bonus cash up to $1,000 when you use my promo code NOLANK25, NOLANK25. All right. Said we need some running back help. Think we're going to go Tyler Algier here. Yes, over Tank Bigsby. I just don't love having running backs on a team with a quarterback and a wide receiver that we already have taken. I know it does add to the stack, but I also feel like it can hurt you if they aren't performing well or just are not having great weeks together. All right. Could go Brenton Strange here. That would be kind of nice to pair up with Trevor Lawrence. And I think that's what we're going to do. And then we just hit basically running backs from here on out. We've got 4 picks left. All right, after Strange goes Henry, Jalen Knoll, Bryce Young. I am very curious to see which one of these quarterbacks in the later round has just a breakout season. I feel like it could be JJ McCarthy in Minnesota. I feel like every quarterback in that offense and that scheme does well with their coordinator or their coach. I don't know what it is. Kevin O'Connell just makes things happen. All right, we are gonna go. We are gonna go wide receiver here, I believe. This is kind of disgusting, but we're gonna go DeAndre Hopkins. Hopefully he can have something happen in Baltimore. I don't like that pick, but I wanted another wide receiver. And I feel like I am going to have him a lot for some reason. I just feel like he's a guy I gravitate towards the end of the drafts that nobody wants. And now we need running backs. We need running backs bad. And I feel like everyone needs running backs. In these later rounds. And so they're all getting scooped up. Like, I like Quorum over Jarquez Hunter. I think Jerome Ford's fine. Justice Hill. I guess if something happens to Derrick Henry, he could be good. Or at least serviceable for some weeks. So, could be worse, I guess. I think we do go... We'll go Justice Hill here. Probably need another running back on this team. And then maybe another. Running back and probably tight end. We'll see where things fall. All right, I'm gonna take Jerome Ford just because I feel like he's one of the last guys left that I actually have interest in. And then we'll kind of just feel it out. We'll take best available here. I did enter in a bunch of slow drafts over the past several weeks that I'll probably be going over at some point on stream. So look for that in the near future. Also, this upcoming weekend, probably will be quarterback tiers. I have been working a little bit on those, so definitely get that out to you as well. Hopefully help you out with some of your drafts and some of your best ball Bestball teams. Could take a flyer on Nick Chubb. But I think we go tight end here. To round it out. Okay. Conklin goes. Could take Noah Gray. That would be interesting. Why don't we do that? Actually, we'll take Jawan Johnson. Again, I don't want too many guys in the same offense. And that ensures that we don't. And I think that will do it for this team and the stream tonight. We get Gibbs, Achane, Rashee Rice, Travis Hunter, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Patrick Mahomes as our first few picks. We'll be back later this week with a couple more drafts, QB tiers over the weekend. So be on the lookout for that, and let's have a great